That's right. Welcome back, folks, to another big win on the recruiting trail for your Fighting Irish edition of the Always Irish Show. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it, subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Johnny out as well. Notifications on, you know why. That way you'll be alerted every time a new episode drops. Twitter, search bar Always Irish or at Always Irish. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it if you don't want to see my face. Nobody blames you for that. Call-in lines 312-988-15 dialed up. Tell Yanni boy all you've heard and seen. USA Today, you can read all about it. Patreon.com/alwaysirish. Former captain, my partner Mike Goolsby. Be there, be square. It's fun, man. Thanks to everybody that's over there. Big plans for next year. All right. More good Irish news, people. 4-star Indianapolis corner Mark Zackery is committed to Notre Dame. The secondary recruiting and development continues. Here's the deal, man. You got that Notre Dame tight end lineage. You got that Notre Dame O-line lineage as far as like guys you put in the NFL. Seems like Notre Dame's going to start having that reputation on the back end of the defense. And then what happens after that? It gets easier to recruit those areas when there's a proven Notre Dame to NFL pipeline lineage. Makes recruiting easier. It should. You're starting to get that out of Notre Dame secondary because of some of the guys coming out of here. So really good job on all the recruiting and all the development and those players for maximizing their potential and getting the most out of themselves as well. Good job. Good job. So 4-star Indianapolis corner, Zachary, 247 as him as what? The 5th best corner in the country. If you're looking at 247, here's the other thing. Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter what I say about a recruit. There's certain Notre Dame fans that are going to find a reason to crap on it. Oh, he's not good enough. This kid's whatever, RKG. It's never good enough. You got offers from Georgia and Alabama. Okay? Indianapolis guy, not from down south. And he managed to get offers from Georgia and Alabama. And whenever, I always tell people this, if you don't know where a recruit's talent level falls, or you want a little extra verification or like insight, look at the offer list. Look at the offer list. And if I see Alabama and Georgia on there having interest, don't you trust their talent evaluation? Have both of those outfits not proven enough to you that you're going to believe that if a player's good for them, who am I to say he's not good enough for us? Really, really good athlete, good player. So everybody should be thrilled. Even the miserable Notre Dame people that find a way to hate on everything, even good news. Oh, John, you always used to hate on everything too. Yeah, because it was never good news. These are people finding reasons to hate good news. I was always hating the bad news because it's all we had. So, really good job. Another thing I like about this is, aside from just what a terrific, well-rounded, and gifted athlete he is, I like the idea that he's an Indianapolis kid. This isn't the most talent-rich area of the country. So it's key to me that Notre Dame lands the guys you want to land that are in your area, because there's not a lot of them. This is not Texas. It ain't Florida. It ain't Louisiana swampland. You don't have that talent everywhere. So if you identify guys you like that are in your area, they got to be Notre Dame guys, damn it. Can't let them escape. This is also how I feel about Chicago, by the way. The worst thing Notre Dame ever did is pull off those Chicago pipelines. I'll never understand it. When you have all those good Catholic feeder schools with good competition on the field, good coaching, and they're guys that can read. I'll never understood why Notre Dame cooled on that whole pipeline. And I know we're starting to get some guys even out of the public sector there. But man, Goolsby went to Joliet Catholic. Just titles out the wazoo. A real professional operation for high school. Bishop McNamara, where I went. Lou was recruiting multiple guys from that school when I was going to the games on a Friday night. And my dad would go, oh, there's Urban or there's whoever Lou's sending to come look at our guys. And they're coming from that Catholic school framework, usually solid families, like they could read and write, discipline, that old Catholic parochial school angle, man. It's a good Notre Dame fit. I'll never understood why they just kind of stopped pushing that pipeline down the toll road. I'll never understand it. Just out of the Catholic League alone, you can fill up your O-line class. Yeah, we'll take that guy. We'll take that guy. Give me this guy from Providence, a guy from Mike's school. Give me a Leo Catholic, whatever. So I always felt that about Chicago, too. I never understood why Notre Dame abandoned that direct pipeline and let those local guys leave the area, the Midwest. Hated it. So, great job here. The 25 class starting to fill up. Everything I've heard and read and been told is they're looking for a class size of around 25-ish. And so they have some other targets they still feel good about rounding out the class. And then you see where that lands you on signing day. You know, Notre Dame's gotten a jump start on 25. They've really upped their time with all this. Sped up their clock, which I like, because then you know where you stand and it gives you a lot of time to figure things out if you need to. You're not in a crunch at the last minute. They've really sped up their timelines on things. Some of that's a natural change with the sport, but Notre Dame internally has intentionally sped up their recruiting timelines with everything. So let's see if they could get to that 25 guy mark and then see where that lands them. They always do the hat flip signing day drop. I yell about it every year. They're number 5 entering signing day, and then John logs in and they're 16th by the end of the day. And then you feel like crap. Can this be a class where they do enough that you don't have that 8 to 10 spot drop on signing day? That's where we need to work towards. Man, it's really upsetting. Every day you look on there and Notre Dame number one through the summer, whatever, you're feeling good about yourself. And then signing day comes and they drop like a rock, 10 spots. It's just a big letdown. Hopefully we're getting to a point where that drop is minimal. So I listen, I know there's always skepticism around Notre Dame recruiting, Freeman recruiting, Kelly recruiting, whatever. Even with some of this class, there's some anxiety. Some of them are legitimate. Like, I understand. Think what you want to think. But I see the operation changing and adapting with the times and to Notre Dame's needs. There's a willingness to be flexible with processes and procedures now that didn't exist before. And I think it's really, really going to pay off. It's really going to pay off. So this is a great job, a great get, a great land. Keep a local kid local. The next step. Have yourself an exceptional 24 season. And see if that helps you be able to reel in a few more big fish. Big, I don't mean like a 4-star guy and he's pretty good. I mean like a 5-star, a few big fish. Couple on one side of the ball, one on the other, whatever. Like a 5-star of a 5-star bona fide. Plug and play. Plug and play. Because that's the one thing we don't know yet. We see what Notre Dame's doing and what they've been able to do or whatever on the trail. What happens if you have a really good year? Does that get some more guys interested that maybe weren't before? I don't know. It couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Have a good year. Show you're turning the corner. And then it looks fun and it's awesome. Playing in a night home playoff game in Notre Dame Stadium right before Santa Claus comes down the chimney. Man, if that's not a good recruiting tool, I don't know what is. Right? So that's the next step. But really good job. Don't stop now, boys. Really good job. Listen. Is it all 5-star guys and they're going to have the number one class? No, it's not. I don't think that's very realistic for where Notre Dame's at right now and the way they operate. I don't think it's ever going to be realistic to be that way. You know, that stupid being able to read thing really gets in the way of having the number one overall class, damn it. You know, that whole pesky student part, a student athlete, keeps weighing us down. God forbid, right? I'm just telling you, if you're open to it, and some of the glass half empty Freeman people are not, if you're genuinely open to it in your Notre Dame mind, heart, and soul, you will notice things are changing. The way they're accumulating talent, the way they're doing a lot of things, there's a lot of change. There's a lot of getting modern going on here. And that's exactly what Notre Dame needs to do. Too many times we found Notre Dame in situations where the sport's kind of modified and progressed, and then Notre Dame's late to the table to catch up to the trend of the whatever it is. Notre Dame's doing a pretty good job, and they're starting to refine this recruiting process in a good, healthy way. And it gives me a lot of confidence about where this is going. But another good job again. And that 25 class is old and strong. I want to see if they could get to the 25. And then where that puts them on actual signing day with the out flippers added in and all that. Also, if you could get to 25 early, then you could start big fish hunting. See what else you could do. So a totally different situation to go big game hunting when you already feel pretty good about what you got in the clubhouse. Because it isn't, if we don't land Dante Moore, we don't have anything, right? That type of thing. If you don't get, whatever. So that's another thing you guys should think about. Speeding up the timeline on all this like they're doing puts you in a position to be able to be picky at the end. Go big game hunting or whatever and figure out some things, what you need to do there. See what you could get, but not as desperation, as cherries on top. So that's where this is going. Good job here. 25 class. Keep it rolling, baby. Don't stop now. What do you guys think?